Hi there, welcome to this week's angel reading. I'm Rachel Skoltok. I'm an angel medium and an intuitive energy therapist, and I've pulled you two cards this week from the Angel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And I haven't used these ones for a while, but I'm really pleased that I used them because the message is just perfect for you this week. So have you been feeling like you haven't quite shaken off last year, or that there's been some experiences that have just sort of taken the guild off of the beginning of a new year, or you just feel like you haven't quite got the energy together yet to launch into these new changes and new beginnings? That's okay. You know, just because the calendar flips over doesn't mean that we have to sort of all of a sudden be ready for that. And there's a lot going on, you know, there's a lot going on at the moment. And because of the shifts that have happened that have left us all sort of almost in limbo between the new paradigm, a new higher frequency, and the old lower frequency. And so there's, you know, not everybody just sort of is going to change overnight. And some might say that everything is just in perfect and divine order. It's just all happening as it's meant to. And we can't get too utopian about it and think, all right, everything's going to be just perfect. Because what it comes down to is that we are the creators. We're connected to divine spirit. We're connected to our angels, and we are learning that we are the masters of our own destiny. And yes, there are certain other influences that can affect that as well. But for the most part, we are in charge of this and this. So, you know, the experience that you have will always strengthen and feel better when you feel more connected to divine spirit and to your angels. That's the way I've experienced it, and I've seen that in the lives of my clients over the years of doing this work. That we're all in this together, right? But when we feel down, it's when we don't feel like we're connected. We feel like there's nothing else but what we're doing, or we feel cut off in some way, or we feel isolated. Whereas everything starts to feel better when you recognize, okay, there is a divine intelligence, that a universal presence that seems to be working with me in my life. And it feels like there are signs guiding me in a certain direction. And we get really upset when it feels as if that isn't happening. So it is happening. It is happening, but there are certain things that occur within us and in our lives that can make it feel like it isn't. And that's really what this reading is about today. So the first card is overcoming difficulties. And it's about being able, look at the mountain in the background and the light swirling around the top of the mountain. And what that's saying is that you have been through a tough time, and you might even still feel like you're in the middle of one, but you are getting over it. You're getting past it. You are progressing. And on a spiritual level, you're progressing no matter what. But on a physical level, they're letting you know that that tough mountain that you've just climbed is now behind you, and you're going to be able to get over what is in front of you. But you need to pay attention. The second card is spiritual understanding. Now, I've done a take of this before, but the lighting wasn't right, so I've come back and done it again. So this card, look at the archangel in this card. This is Archangel Raziel. Raziel is holding this sacred geometric shape, and with a sort of a globe of light, and he's holding it high above around his head and shoulders. And it's a card about spiritual understanding. It's about having a deeper understanding of life, of yourself, of your challenges, and also accepting that sometimes we're not going to see the bigger picture. Sometimes we don't see that for a really long time, and we have to accept that and accept that sometimes there is a bigger picture, so that we can step away from feeling as if everything is wrong, feeling as if you're wrong, you've done something wrong, or you've been victimized or persecuted, or getting caught up in the smaller self, the ego, the dramas that it creates, and the the recognition that there is a part of you that is, being you, like I'm being Rachel this lifetime, and these are the clothes I'm wearing, and this is the life I'm living. But there's also a bigger you, an eternal you, and that isn't as concerned with the smaller stuff. And so even in your physical body, you can decide not to be as concerned with the smaller stuff. You can detach from drama. You can recognize that there is a pattern, a spiritual pattern running through your life, and that you can also decide to take control of your spiritual self, if you like, and maybe be empowered by your spiritual self, so that you can start to become a creator in your own life, a divine creator, to connect to your angels, align with your divine path, and move forward. So that being said, let's come back to now and this card, the overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel is the angel, and Jeremiel is an angel that helps us to discover deeper meaning in what we're going through, but he also helps us to make decisions for the path ahead. Do you want to take with you what you've already been doing? Are there things that you want to leave behind? Is your life beginning a new pattern, a new cycle, and you feel ready for that, but you're not quite sure how to move forward because you need to drop some of the old stuff? All of this is perfectly normal. But Jeremiel, if you call on him, will be able to help you to discern. So he's kind of like a bit of a counselor, but he shows you the path ahead. And you can ask at any time, if you feel like your path is being filled with suffering and difficulties and obstacles, you can ask, angels, please show me, help me get onto a better path, a happier path, one that brings me more joy. So what are we letting go of? One of the things we're letting go of is feeling victimized, feeling persecuted, feeling powerless, because anytime that we're blaming another person or a situation or a set of circumstances, maybe your childhood, maybe your parents, your ex-partner, maybe your boss, the job that you're in or that you just left. If we're blaming anything or anyone for our unhappiness, then what we're doing is we're calling ourselves powerless, because, okay, those people or situations might have contributed to the thoughts that you're thinking and the way that things are in this moment, but they don't have to continue contributing to that if you make a decision to pull away from that reality. So as we're letting go of those things, when we feel negative, when we feel depressed, we feel disempowered, we feel victimized, or we go through tough times, it's not unusual that we shut down. And energetically we shut down. It's like we close down the crown chakra at the top of our heads, which is the energetic doorway between our physical presence, here we are right now, and our spiritual selves and God and the angels. So anytime that you feel like you've lost faith, bad things have happened, you've been disappointed, your prayers didn't seem to be answered, feels like you weren't being protected, or it feels like you were expecting something better, that's when you lose faith. You start to say, okay, why aren't God and the angels there for me? Why hasn't this happened? So when you lose faith, you shut down. And then that becomes the truth for you, because when you're shut down, it's harder for your angels and divine spirit to be heard. You're not receiving the divine, you're not channeling that divine energy anymore. It's not coming into your body and being as regularly and as fully as it needs to. So you start to feel like you're cut off and there's nothing else there except you. Other reasons that we close this down: when we feel depressed, we just want to shut off. If we feel going through a period of difficulty and we're carrying a lot of heavy emotion and burdens, maybe other people's as well as our own, our energy can get cut off. So part of this session today is to help you to reconnect and to open that energy center. Now, I have to tell you, when I first started this recording, I was staring into the camera and there's a little light there. And the little light took the shape of a lotus flower. And I just kept staring at this lotus flower going, what is that? Why is that happening? And then I realized that the message today was about our crown chakras. So the crown chakra is higher self, connection to guidance, connection to healing. If you're waiting for a healing in your body or in your life and nothing's happening, it could be that you're shut off and closed down. Feels heavy, you might have nightmares, lots of negative thoughts, unable to unable to meditate, not feeling connected very often, not feeling your guidance is coming through to you. So just imagine for a moment that there's this enormous globe of golden light sitting a few inches above your head. And if you want to close your eyes and just maybe put a hand on your heart and just imagine in your mind's eye this golden globe of light. Now, if you are cut off, if your crown chakra is closed, it's going to be harder to visualize as well. Now, just knowing that that light is there, I want you to take 3 long, deep breaths. So in through the nose, really filling the lungs, slowly filling the lungs. Hold it for a second and then let it go. And as you breathe deeply, visualize this golden light starting to move downwards so that it covers the top of your head, sort of just about where your eyebrows are. It's sitting on the top of your head. And as you breathe, I want you to visualize little puffs of grey smoke and imagine that you're letting go of any negative energy, depression, negative thoughts, fears, anxieties, anger at God and the angels. You know, when you have that kind of, your inner child has a tantrum, you're like, where's my stuff? Or why haven't you answered my prayers? Or maybe you don't even exist, I'm not talking to you anymore. Let that go, because that's your inner child having a tantrum, and you don't want to put that small self in charge of things. So you can release, and okay, I'm seeing it as if there's big pieces of metal being slid out of the way. So it's not just puffs of smoke. So you're releasing any blocks. Set that intention. I'm releasing any blocks from my crown chakra and my energy that might be blocking my ability to receive guidance, to receive healing, to really connect with God and my angels. Beautiful. And now I want you to breathe and release any burdens. And this golden light is coming down and actually surrounding your whole upper body. I want you to breathe out any experiences, any grief. And I'm not saying stop feeling it. I'm not saying it's not good, you know, it shouldn't have happened. I'm just saying let go of the burdens that you're carrying because of it, the fear, the heaviness, the tension, the anxiety. You know, we tend to sort of get loaded down, including any energies that might be related to other people involved. So whether you're worrying about other people or other people's worries have come and sat on top of you, breathe and let go. Angels, I am willing to let go of burdens, fears, anxieties, any energies that are connected to struggle and challenge, suffering, guilt, unhappiness, anger, just letting it all go. And it's all dissolving or being lifted. The angels are helping. And now we're opening up your crown chakra. So I want you to imagine that there is like a lotus flower sitting on the top of your head. And you're seeing the petals opening. So open that crown chakra. Oh, you're going to feel so much better after this. You're going to love me. So angels, thank you for helping me to open my crown chakra. I am ready and I am open. I am willing to receive the gifts of the universe, to receive guidance and healing, and to reconnect to my angels, to my guides, and to Divine Spirit. Thank you so much, and so it is. And now seeing that lotus flower, or feeling or sensing that lotus flower open, now start to see that this stream of light, not just the golden light, but there's a stream of light coming down and coming into your body through the crown chakra, into your mind, into your energy. And as we breathe, filling yourself up with that light and expanding the golden light outwards so it's around your whole entire body as protection and connection. And breathe out any feelings of disempowerment, feelings of I'm not good enough, I did it wrong, any feelings of resentment and unforgiveness. We're letting go of blame and shame, okay? I'm willing to release blame and shame. I take back my power. Because once you've got your power back, you can manifest. Your frequency will go up. You're raising your vibration. That's what we want, to raise your vibration beyond the sticky, heavy, lower energies of fear. And letting go of drama and the small details and asking for help, divine help. And we're thanking our angels, guardian angels, archangels, guides, and divine spirit for being with us today. Thank you so much for watching and listening and for all your comments. I appreciate you commenting on the video so I know that it's going down okay. And I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Angel blessings.